Armando Hasurugan, biology and medicine videos. Please make sure to subscribe, join the forum and group for the latest videos. Please visit Facebook Armando Hasurugan. Please like. And here you can also ask questions, answer questions, and post some interesting things, including your artworks. And you can also change the quality settings to the highest one for better graphics. In this video, we're going to look at livers, the liver anatomy and its blood supply. The liver is the largest internal organ in our body. It lies in close proximity to other organs such as the gallbladder, which is under it, and the stomach, which is to the left of it. The liver is about 1.2 to 1.6 kilograms in healthy adults. It is located in the right side of the body under the lower ribs. The liver can be seen as though it's made up of two major lobes, but it's actually four lobes of unequal size. Now, the organs that are in close proximity to the liver is a gallbladder, which actually connects with the liver. The bile duct comes from the liver and the gallbladder, and the cystic duct coming from the liver. And these are important in the bile system, which we'll look into later on. The liver actually has a lot of blood supply in order to be oxygenated and in order to receive nutrients. So two important things, oxygen and nutrients. So if we look at the liver's blood supply, here we have the artery, the aorta coming from the heart, which brings oxygenated blood into tissues, body tissues. So here there's just capillaries of general circulations where the tissues will then use up the oxygen, and now this blood supply will be deoxygenated. It will be low in oxygen concentration. And this deoxygenated blood supply will go back to the heart through the inferior vena cava. Now, organs found on the bottom half of our body are the liver, stomach, spleen, and also intestines. The aorta coming from the heart gives oxygenated blood to all these organs, the liver, stomach, and the intestines. The artery going into the liver is known as the hepatic artery, and this gives the liver oxygenated blood. It gives the liver oxygen to function. The artery giving oxygen to intestines is known as the mesenteric artery, and we won't really focus on this. Now, what's important to know is that once the spleen, stomach, and intestine has used the oxygen from the blood supply will be deoxygenated, and this deoxygenated blood supply will be veins. And actually, this vein will not go back to the heart, but will go towards the liver as a big vein known as the portal vein. And these veins carry nutrients from the stomach, spleen, and the intestines, and that is how the liver receives nutrients. So we see that we have the hepatic artery and we have the portal vein, one of them bringing in oxygen and the other bringing in nutrients. And then the liver, once it's used all these oxygen and nutrients, there will be another vein leaving the liver known as the hepatic vein, which connects to the inferior vena cava, which then goes back to the heart. So let's look at this diagram in a bit more complex detail by looking specifically at the liver. So here we have the liver. The aorta brings in oxygenated blood to the liver through the left and right hepatic artery. So again, this is oxygen-rich blood from the heart. And this actually only supplies about 25% of the blood supply to the liver. And then we have the vein leaving the liver towards the heart. And this is the right hepatic vein, middle hepatic vein, and the left hepatic vein, which connects to the inferior vena cava, which then goes back to the heart. And then we have the portal vein, which brings in nutrients. And this comes from the intestines. And this is about 75% of the blood supply going to the liver. So it's much more than the oxygen supply from the hepatic artery. So again, the portal vein brings in nutrients from the intestines, spleen, and the stomach. And then remember, we also have the gallbladder here, which connects to the liver. And this stores bile for secretion. And we have many bile ducts within the liver because of this connection. Now let's have a look at how this hepatic cells are organized within the liver and how the blood supply with oxygen coming in, the portal vein with nutrients coming in, and the hepatic vein leaving the liver all connect together and coincide within this organized structure? Well, the liver is organized in a hexagonal sort of shape known as a lobule, like so. Each lobule here contains many types of hepatic cells, liver cells. In the center of the lobule, we have the central vein, which essentially connects to the hepatic vein, which leaves the liver towards the heart. And all these blue things coming out of the hepatic vein is the liver sinusoids. And they run from the central vein into the portal triads, so they connect with the portal triads. What is the portal triads? Well, the portal triads consist of three things: the portal vein, the bile duct, and the hepatic artery. And so all these veins connect with each other, and all these three connect with the central vein. And this is how the liver receives its oxygen, receives its nutrients, and how it sends out bile from the liver into the bile duct. So again, this is known as the triad. Hope this all makes sense. Now, it's also important to note that the liver contains special macrophages, hepatic macrophages, known as Kupffer cells. I hope I pronounced that right. Let's have a look at this section here and look at the organization in a better diagram. So here what I'm drawing is the hepatic vein, essentially the central vein. And here we have the sinusoids, which remember connects to the portal triads. And the portal triads here are the bile duct, a branch of the hepatic portal vein, and a branch of a hepatic artery. So bile duct, portal vein, hepatic artery. And surrounding all these sinusoids and just everywhere are the hepatic cells, known as hepatocytes. And so whatever comes through the portal vein and from the hepatic artery can be given into these hepatocytes and then will be emptied out into the hepatic vein, which will then enter the heart. Similarly, cells which produce bile can then give it to the bile duct, which then goes into the gallbladder. So I hope that makes sense. And remember that we have the macrophage, the liver macrophages known as Kupffer cells. And these are important in the immune system. Lastly, as I mentioned, the organization inside the liver are hexagonal shaped lobules, with the central vein being in the middle. The central vein can be also referred to as a hepatic vein because it essentially goes back towards the heart. And then surrounding each corner of the hexagon, we have the portal triads. And if you remember what the portal triads are, they are the portal vein, the hepatic artery, and the bile duct. And they connect essentially to the central vein. And with this connection, the portal vein can then give nutrients to the hepatocytes, and the hepatic artery can give oxygen to the hepatocytes as well around here. So I hope this was an enjoyable video. In the next video, we'll look at the physiology of the liver. Thank you.